Okay guys, so welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be doing a GPO update 8 fruit tier list. So this has got all the new fruits: Ope, Venom, I think Spring and Heal. So yeah, be sure to like and subscribe, and let's just get straight into the video. Okay, so first of all I just want to clarify that I have not used any of the new fruits yet, but I've seen a lot of videos and reviews, so I have a pretty good understanding of what each of them can do. We'll start off with the commons first, so let's go with Kilo. We all know, we're all going to agree on this, this has to be D tier. It's definitely the worst fruit in the game. Kilo Ascend move, that's the only move it's really got, and it's got the descending move, but then the Kilo Crash is an ultimate. This just makes Kilo completely useless. They actually need to change that. I think it would be a lot better if the common fruits did not have an ultimate, because like it's just useless, I can't lie. Then next we've got Spin. I would say this would be like a high D. Again, actually I would put it in C tier because it is better than Kilo. So yeah, it's useful in Battle Royale and PvP just for a combo extender, but it's not, all common fruits are not that good. So yeah, actually you know what, I'm gonna leave it at D tier. And next we've got Suke. So this, I actually think Suke is better than Spin, because let's be real, no one is going to be using it outside of Battle Royale. Like, I don't think anyone uses Spin, but compared with Suke, it's actually very useful in Battle Royale for running away, and even to get surprise attacks on people. I think this is actually, I would say arguably this is the best out of these three. And then finally for the common fruits we have Heal. I would say Heal is, it can be above or below. I would put it below because it's only a Battle Royale. Actually, you know what, I'll put it above. It's more of a Battle Royale fruit. The whole purpose of it is just to heal, so no one's going to be using it outside of Battle Royale. But it's not great, but it's not bad either. Next, we'll go through all the rare fruits. So firstly, I'm going to put Horo in D tier, because this is like, it's absolutely dog shit. It is useless. You can't use it in Battle Royale. It's bad. PvP, it's bad. I mean, some people do have good combos with it, but I would just say there's just so much better fruits. Why would you go for Horo? Next we have, let's do Mero. I would say this is C tier Mero. But it has got a nerf, but I would say it's still very plausible in PvP. Not as much for PvE, but PvP is very good, so that's why I'm going to put it on C tier. And then we've got Bomb. Bomb, I would say, is at the same level as Mero. The Bomb Grab has got nerfed, because that was like, I think you could infinite combo with Bomb Grab, so I would say that Bomb was good for PvP. I think it's been, the cooldown has been nerfed, but it's still, I mean, it's like the best grinding fruit from all the epics, commons and rares. Arguably better than some of the legendaries, but I would say maybe I would put Bomb above Mero, but yeah, I would say it's a very good fruit. Next we have Barry. I'm actually gonna put Barry above Mero, because especially in Battle Royale I just think it's so versatile for PvP. Obviously PvE I would say it's still better than Mero, but PvP is kind of like the good balance between these two. It's very good for PvP. It's just some people do not understand the potential of this. The barrier cage, it's actually broken, but yeah. And finally we've got a Gum. Just because of Gear 2, I'm actually going to put this, I mean you could argue if it's above or below Bomb, but I'm going to put it above Bomb because Gear 2 is actually so broken, and for Battle Royale having Gear 2 will make early game so much easier. So this is, Gear 2 is like so good in Battle Royale, and Bomb is, I mean Gum is not as bad in its normal form, but it's kind of mid, I can't lie, but yeah. So then now we've done all the commons and the rares, let's move on to the epic fruits. So I would say Yomi is a very broken fruit. It's got a lot of combo extenders, so I'm actually going to put this still in C tier. I don't think it's high enough to go into B tier. It's got the R move and the E move, which are two combo extenders, and then it's got an extra, you get like, it's X move death defy, so you get an extra life on top of that. So I would say it's very good for Battle Royale. And then we've got the new fruit, which is Spring. So I've heard that the movement is very good, and it's got a lot of combo extenders as well. But I don't think it would be higher than Yomi just because of the dash. It's similar to, the dash is good, but it's similar to the Pika and Goro dash. the teleport dash, but a lot of people don't like that, so I'm gonna have to put that on C. So I kind of had to, for the rares and commons, I kind of had to squeeze them both onto the C and D tier because I wanted more versatility with the legendary and mythic fruit. Let's start with the fruit that's been absolutely gutted. That is Zushi. So Zushi, as we all know, was probably the best battle royale mid-game fruit. So it was absolutely broken. The pull had such a short cooldown, and the high M1s on top of that. I would just say Zushi is absolutely amazing, but unfortunately the nerf has, well, I'm actually thankful that it's been nerfed, but yeah, I'm gonna put Zushi at B tier, high B tier, so yeah. And next we're gonna go for my personal least favorite legendary fruit, and that is Poor. I absolutely hate Poor. Like, it's just the teleport dash. Like, compared to Pika and Goro, they have a teleport dash, but the moveset makes up for it. But Poor is just garbage. And then the teleport move, the T move, they did that so you can only use that on teammates now, which I guess is better for running away. But like the old method where people used to like teleport their enemies into a corner and then they would just like spam the moves. But yeah, I honestly just don't like Poor's moveset. Next, let's do Suna. So anyone who's done the Law Factory raid and PvP, they know how good Suna is. Suna's like is so broken for Law. The Desert Sparda, like max fruit, you're gonna get 2k damage. Like that's actually insane thing, and it's good for PvP, and it's actually been buffed more than it's been nerfed. But I'm gonna have to put this on A tier. I'm gonna have to put it on A tier just because of how good it is PvP wise, and specifically for Law. It's not good in general farming, but specifically for the Law boss. Next, let's go for Ito. Ito has been nerfed quite a bit. I don't see it being in the B tier just because of the Sky Strings. The Sky Strings is the best mobility in the game. It's literally like, it's good for runners, and it hasn't been nerfed enough to be bad or to be put in the B tier. So for that, I'm gonna have to put it in A tier, but I'm gonna put it lower than Suna because they both got very good PvP capabilities. Ito has just been nerfed a lot more than Suna. The Suna Sparda, the X move, is good for farming, whether it's compared to Ito is literally the worst fruit for farming out of all the legendaries. Next, let's go for Kage. So obviously with Kage, it's been nerfed. I mean, not nerfed, but broken. The box didn't hit and the ultimate did not work, so it's been nerfed for so long. I would say this is actually a good fruit. It's good for PvP if you're going for M1 builds. The ultimate is good, so that's good. That's decent for farming. I would say it's better in PvP than it is for farming. So I think it would be at least an A tier. I don't think it would be low enough to be a B tier because I think it's a good fruit. So I'm going to have to put it above Ito in an A tier. And next, let's do Gura, my old favorite fruit I used to use. Gura is actually very good. So if people don't know, in the Colosseum raid, if you go full Gura build, the X move, the slam, does so much damage, and you're basically guaranteed to get at least top 3 every time. It's basically the Suna for Colosseum, the Colosseum. So. And it's very good for PvP since the grab move, it doesn't hit them in the air anymore, it hits them into the floor. So yeah, basically it's a combo extender. So I would say this has to be above, possibly, I honestly do not know where it would go, above or below Suna. Personally, I think they're both very good for PvP, they're both decent for farming, so I would say they're about similar value now. And then let's go for Yami. Yami is still good, but I would say it's so bad now. I literally do not like it. Like, it's literally just Ito but worse, because before you would argue it was definitely better than Ito because of the cooldowns and just the range on the moves. But now the black hole, you can't use it as a combo extender, so the only one you can use is Z, and that move is useless. When would you actually use that then? And it's bad for farming, so I honestly think it would be lower than Ito. So yeah, Yami's just got a big fat nerf, and it's sad to see, honestly. But alright, now we're getting to the kind of high value fruits here. So yeah, next what we're going to go for is, let's do Yuki. So I think Yuki is still a good fruit. It has been nerfed. I think the scaling or the cooldowns, one of them has been nerfed, but I would say it's still a good fruit. But for farming, it's like Goro level. I would say Yuki is about Goro level now, because they both got similar capabilities in farming. If not, I would say Goro is better. but Yuki is good for PvP and slightly better than Goro, so they're both slightly the same. So I would put it A, if not low S. So I would still personally use Goro over Yuki because of the mobility, but the TP dash is just bad. I don't like TP dash, and it's got a flight, which is good. Yuki does snow formation or something. I don't know what it's called, but it's not a flight. Let's be real, it's so bad. Okay, next we're getting into the very high value fruits here. So we've got ice. So we all know that Hiei has been nerfed as well. It was a very good battle royale fruit because of the stomp. It block broke, but now it doesn't anymore. The frostblade does block break each hit. I would say it's been nerfed enough, so at least the ice spike didn't get nerfed. It got buffed actually, so that's the only good thing. So I would actually put this below Yuki but higher than Gura. Now we're on these are the highest value fruits in the game. So we've got 3 legendaries and then the 4 mythics. So Pika, we all know the value of Pika has skyrocketed because of just how good it is. But Magma and Pika are very similar, but Pika I would say is better. The only reason I would prefer Magma is because of the teleport dash. Yeah, they both got very short cooldown moves. Like Magma's got the Z and X move, the Magma Hound and Magma Fist. Pika's got the light kick and the mirror kick. They're both good for farming. They both basically got the same ultimate, but Pika's got a flight, which I think is a lot better than the water walk. But yeah, I would say the flight is a lot better. Plus the they both got like a, I don't know what you call it, but Pika's got its light ray, but Magma's got its magma swap move. But the Pika ray is just so much better because you can use it out of range. Compared to Magma, you have to be right up close, and if you get hit, you're going to get put out of the move. So I would just say Pika is going to go S, and then Magma is just going to be 1 tier below it. And then finally we've got Mera. I would say Mera is good. It's not really got a nerf or buff. The Firefly speed has been increased, but I would say it's still the same, so it's still very good fruit. So I'm going to have to put it above Goro but below Magma. Or possibly it would be above Magma, but I think people can argue that, but I would say it's below. For PvP, Mera is definitely better, but for PvE, Magma is better. So now we've got the mythic fruits. This is where it gets kind of hard because they're mythic fruits and they've got a lot of high value, so you know, it's actually so hard. But Tori has been gutted, I can't lie. Like, it's very rare that you're going to be able to heal during a match, like full form healing if you don't get enough damage. It has 2 combo extenders, which is good. You have to do the damage with Tori, but I don't know if you, because usually with Tori you would go with the sword main. For PvP it's very good. I would say it's the second best on this fruit, out of these 4. It's the second best, but the other aspects just make it so bad. So I think all mythics, they have to go A tier or S tier. They have to go S tier, but I would honestly say it's like around here, or maybe even lower than Mera, because it's just like, it's been so, obviously the value is still crazy value, it's a good fruit, but I don't know, it's just not as useful anymore. And then we've got Mochi. So I think Mochi has to be high S tier. It's decent for farming, it's good for PvP because of the combo extenders, and you can do some pretty good combos with it. So I would say that is S tier. And then we've got Venom. I think Venom easily has to be S tier because it's so good for PvP. And it's so good for farming. Like the transformation is I think you take reduced damage, but it's so good. Like, and the poison aura and the venomous aura, whatever, and then you've got the poison ball, the spit one. It's got like so many block breakers, and the cooldown on them are so short. I think honestly it could be the best mythical fruit. Right now I'm gonna have to put it on S tier. There's literally no debating. You see, with Ope, it's like, a lot of people were hyped for this, but I can't lie, it's so hard to use. It honestly needs a buff. Like, people were expecting to use sword mains with Ope, but nah, you're gonna have to use a fruit build, because the thing is with the room for Ope, it scales with fruit and not with sword. So if you go for a sword build, your room is gonna be tiny, and a lot of people, even with the fruit build, their room is so small and it's just not practical. And plus, let's talk about the tact. So the tact obviously does a lot of damage and it's good for farming, but it's very hard to hit. it's too hard to hit. Like the hitbox is so bad. It's like the Dark Liberation on Yami. I actually don't know where I would put it, but I would put it here. OP, it needs a buff, I can't lie. Okay guys, so I've just altered my fruit tier list a bit, so I'll put Goro down to A, and then I'll put Yami and Ito down to B, and then I'll put Yami before Ito. I mean Yami before Zushi, because you know what, I would say Zushi is better than Ito, so yeah. Because this has the meteors. Yeah, so this is my final fruit tier list. I think it would have been better if I did maybe 2 more tiers, because I feel like grouping all of like these ones here and these into one, like all of them, I think it would have been a bit easier if I did 2 more, because then it would have allowed me to separate it more, if you know what I mean. So yeah.